On the eastern side of Oregon, there's a place called Sparta. Looking at the Wallowas, the scant peek my upstairs window afforded, looking in that direction is a place called Sparta, at the base of the mountains, at the bottom of the foothills. There are orchards there, apple trees that were brought by settlers, trees brought or seedlings sent over later that were planted and remain, untended but still producing fruit. There is a place called Cornucopia, further up from Sparta, where there's a cabin that burned. Not too far from the cabin is an old enameled cook stove. It seems someone dragged it from the cabin maybe, when it first began to burn. There is a place called Auburn in the foothills of the Blues, where there's another cabin almost falling down, and a shed some distance behind it, with a fainting couch inside, an old velvet and mahogany couch, brought or shipped over new from the east, broken now and housing mice, a tinge of maroon still that could catch an eye in the midst of all this old mining camp. Orchards, gardens, mahogany, velvet, graves, thousands of women left their mark, remains of the things they tended. There is a place called Huntington where the train used to unload before the bridge across the Snake River was built, where anyone expecting a delivery, goods from the east, or if someone died and was being returned home, would have to go to accept it, the delivery. There is a place called Virtue Flats where the trail still runs, and there's a sagebrush tree grown so tall it can shade a lunch break, take the glare off a desert afternoon. Out at Virtue, no one can hear you if you cry. No one would even know you were around. I lived in the mountains for nearly 20 years, up in the high mountain deserts of eastern Oregon, close by towns with names like Sumter and Keating, with canyons named Burnt, by summits called Dooley, across from bars named Stockman's, with neighbors named Cowboy Joe, and newspapers called the Herald. Then after my boys were grown and gone, safe, I returned to my city, back home. I won't go back to those mountains, but I will forever recall the smell of sagebrush right after it's rained.